Alright, something a little different here today. I picked up this emblem. It's for a Ford F100, I think, around 64 or 5, I don't know. But anyway, I picked this up. I think I paid $5 for it. And I do have a F100 that this will go on, but I wanted to see if I could re-chrome it, you know. I've seen guys use liquid chrome, and some of the stuff now is pretty good. You know, you couldn't pay to have this re-chromed right now because the prices are just too high. And I think about 30 years ago, I had a radio bezel, and it was about half of this size. And back then, 30 years ago, of course, I got some guy to do it for $40. So probably to have this re-chromed right now, it would cost, I would imagine, around 200 bucks or something. That's why nobody's re-chroming anything anymore. I think in California, I don't even think you can have anything re-chromed. So, like I say, I'm going to try it. This is in pretty good shape. All the chrome is pretty much peeled off of it, and the corners here are peeling a little bit. And it's pot metal, so it is deteriorating in some spots, you know, like the corners here. But like I say, it's in decent shape. And I just wanted to try out that chrome stuff. Where's it at? My buddy, Old Car Alley, Howard's his name, and he used it on some of his parts. You know, they were interior parts, and it came out really good. He was really surprised how well this stuff works. And this is what it was. I think it's called Molotov something, and it's liquid chrome. And it's pretty much just made for pens and stuff like that, for guys that do graffiti or toy models or stuff. But anyway, like I say, I'm going to give it a try and see what it looks like. And if it don't look that great, it's going to be a wall hanger, and we'll hang it up high. That's all. And like I say, this emblem isn't. We're not looking for perfection, because the emblem itself isn't perfect. You know, like. Even here, you know, that's actually a hole, and there's a hole here. And it doesn't look like it was the pot metal or something. It might have just been you know, the way it was cast. Who knows? But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to clean it up first, and then I'll try and smooth this out. If I have to, maybe I'll stick a little body putty in some of these little holes. And we'll do this, and we'll see what it comes out like. And maybe some of you guys want to try it. This stuff is expensive. If you guys are wondering, it's only 30 milliliters. I don't know what that is, like an ounce or something. So this little 30 milliliter canister here, I guess you would call it, it cost more than $35. You know, by the time you get done with shipping and tax and stuff, it was probably 38 bucks or something. So it's not cheap. I guess if you figure that out, how many ounces in a gallon? 128 or something. So that would be over $4,000, maybe $4,500 a gallon. This stuff is. So we're gonna try it, and I'm gonna stop talking now, and we'll go get some stuff, and we'll clean this up, and maybe try to get some of this paint off, and try and do something with this. All right. Alright, let's try and clean off some of this dirt and dust. I'm going to use this super clean, so maybe, hopefully it'll take that paint off. It's on there very thin, like. It's good stuff, but boy, whew, you should use it outside. I'd like to kill you. Whew. Oh, jeez. Alright, I'm going to leave some of this on here. I'm going to let that sit on there for a couple minutes and see if it'll take that paint off. I'm going to go get some fresh air. Alright, yeah, I cleaned that up, washed it up pretty good, and cleaned up nice. And it did take some of the paint off, but not much. And even under here where it was paint, Still got some nice chrome under there. But anyway, you know, on the end here, I already started without you guys. I tried to get under the chrome and scrape it up, and it was working, but it wasn't working that well. You can see on this side here, you know. So what I did is I got one of these stripping wheels on the machine here, and this won't take any metal off. But what it took the raggedy chrome off, and it's actually cleaning it up pretty nice. So I think I might go around the whole thing with that and see how it is, and then we can I'll fill in these little pits and stuff with some body putty. You got a little rough edge here up top. I'll hit that with a file. Alright, I'll put my headphones on here and we'll see how it does. Put your hair protection on. Alright. See, that looks like it's has grinding marks on it and stuff, but it doesn't. It's nice and smooth. We'll fill out with primer, so let me dick around with this for a little bit and we'll turn these back on. Alright. Yeah, that cleaned up pretty good with that wheel. I was just cleaning up this was a little rough right here. I also took a razor and I tried to clean out some of this loose chrome in here. I think I got most of it. So what I'm going to do is I got a little wire wheel on the end of my Dremel here, and I'm going to try to get in some of these crevasses here, these craters and crevasses. That way the body putty has some clean metal to stick to. Alright, let's try it. Sit down. Trying to get out of the way there. Alright, yeah, it's cleaning up pretty good, so the body putty will stick to that good. Now we'll see what happens with these up here. Alright, they're actually cleaning up pretty good too, so let me finish cleaning them up and we'll put a little body putty on there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the back of this too black with a brush. That'll keep some of this chrome from going any further. Alright, take a break. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm happy with the way that is, and I think it's prepped good enough. So now what I'm going to do is I'll just fill these little pock marks in with some glazing putty and a body filler or something, and that should be okay. And then I'll brush paint this black back here, and then I think I'll go to dinner. And then maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow. And then we'll sand this out or something. Alright, we'll see you later. Alright, it's another day here, and I don't know if you can see that because of the reflection, but we did the body work up here and over here, and it came out good, nice and smooth and everything. And we painted the back just to keep the weather off of the rest of it if it goes outside, but we're happy with it. And I was looking at this, and you know, if it wasn't for them pock marks and stuff, it's cleaned up nice enough that if you painted the red and the red in between these little stars, this would have looked nice enough. You could probably polish this up, and it would have looked good enough to clear coat, and it would have looked just fine. But you know, because of the pock marks, we had to do a little body work there. So, all right, I'm going to degrease this and take it outside, and we'll prime it up. And I was thinking maybe even paint it black, because I've seen a lot of the chrome paint things. They put a base coat of black under it. So I don't know. We'll think about that. But for now, I'm going to take it outside and prime it. All right, we got it all primed up. I used automotive car paint and lacquer, so it's a good primer. And bodywork looked good out there, so I'm going to let this sit for maybe a couple hours and go out and have some dinner and then come back, and we'll try putting some of that chrome stuff on here. Alright, see you guys when I get back. Alright, let's give this a try. I shook this up pretty good. I'm going to use a brush, and it's a really fine brush. It's probably a sign painter's brush. But it's nice and soft, so we'll see what happens. See, a little goes a long way with this, so squeeze some in here. Wow, that's pretty. Alright, yeah, some people airbrush this on, some people brush it on, so we don't know. We'll see. Let's do these little stars up here first. Yeah, a lot of you guys are wondering, why don't you just buy a new emblem? You know, because you can buy these emblems for reproduction for like 60, 70 bucks. But it's not about the emblem. I wanted to try out this chrome paint. So far I'm pretty impressed with it. You guys see how shiny that is? Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's actually flowing out pretty good. Yeah, some guys say you can see the brush marks when you do brush it on, but we'll see what it looks like when it's done. I think I'll say almost anything is better than it was. You'll see what it looks like when it's done, because right now, different angles you look at it. If I look at it from this angle, it looks really good, but if I look at it from straight up and down, it looks like it has brush marks, but we don't know. So let me continue digging around with this, and I'll turn this back on so I don't waste your time. Alright, here's where I'm at. I brush that on with a real fine brush, and it's totally acceptable, and it actually looks pretty good. But if you look at it at certain angles, you can see it. If you know it was brushed on, you can see it, but if you don't know it was brushed on, you wouldn't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to airbrush the rest of it and see how that looks. But for you guys that don't have an airbrush, like I say, get a real fine paintbrush, and it's perfectly acceptable. That'll look good with the red around it. You would never be able to tell. So, all right, let me set up for the airbrush, and then we'll give that a rip. All right, the sun's going down, so got the airbrush here. I haven't used this thing in about 40 years, so I just got it squirting on lacquer thinner, and I think I got the right adjustments, but we'll see. Alright, let's give her a whirl. Yeah, let's take it. Let me get this out of the way. Out of paint already. That looks like it would have done it, but squeeze some more on here. It's funny, it's always the part you can't see looks the best. I didn't get in your way, but you got to do it. All right, we're going to leave it at that. All right, that looks good to me. I'll see you back in the garage. All right, we finished painting it out there and brought it in here to look. You see my shirt in the reflection there. Look at that! Wow. Yeah, I'm impressed with it. I would recommend it. And like I say, it was working with the brush, but if you have an airbrush, it's definitely better. Matter of fact, here's the cup, and the cup to my airbrush is chrome, and there it is compared. Oops, I didn't mean to touch it. But you can see, compared to that, that's, as my friend Howard would say, pretty darn good. You can actually see my fingers in the reflection. You know, that's about as good as you're going to get for paint. That's crazy. All right, I'm going to let this dry or harden, whatever it does, overnight, and then tomorrow we'll fill in the areas around the stars and the V8 and stuff with red, and see what it looks like. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this to anybody. Where's the name of it here? Turn around. I'm gonna put it down here so it'll focus in for you. There you go. Molotow. And I'll put a link in the description. Like I say, it's not cheap, but a little goes a long way. It's still, this thing is still full. And like I say, this isn't meant to be paint. This is meant to be a magic marker, and this is just the refill for it. So, all right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Crazy. All right, it's another day, and this here had a full day to dry and harden. So what we're going to do is I got this Rust-Oleum here, Sunrise Red, gloss Sunrise Red, and going to add a little hardener to it. You know, the hardener just helps to keep it shine longer and helps it dry faster. It doesn't matter because I'm not in a hurry for it to dry, but it does help retain the gloss and the color so it doesn't fade. So we're going to put a few drops of that in there. But before we do that, remember I told you my buddy Howard turned me on to this stuff, this Molotov? Well, it's just coincidental, but I found this on my front doorstep this morning, and it's from Howard, and he goes to a lot of estate sales, and I want to thank him for this stuff. He was thinking of me when he picked this up. This is a shroud to a Briggs Model N, and then he also sent this muffler, pretty unique muffler. It's off of Rio, you know, and it's stuff that he's not going to use, and he wanted to see it get a good home, and we'll give that to him. And also an acorn, a Briggs acorn. He knows I use a lot of these, and he picked it up real cheap at an estate sale. So I want to thank him for that. And you guys go over and check him out. He's a really nice guy, and excellent body man and painter and fabricator. Right now he's working on a little tricycle from the 50s that he just put a motor on, an engine, a Rio engine. Pretty neat, but it's a beautiful piece of work. It's a nice little series. I think he might have about a 5-video series on it right now. But go check him out. Let him know Road King sent you, and you won't regret it. Like I say, he's a really nice guy and a excellent fabricator and painter and stuff. So go check him out, and thanks again for all this stuff, Howard. All right, let's get back to painting this. I'll leave a link in the description there to Howard and for this here. So all right, back to business. All right, I'm gonna start painting this here, and pretty tedious because you got in between all this stuff here. Gotta go right up to the chrome. It's looking pretty good. Alright, so I'm gonna paint all this, and I'll show you guys when it's done, because watch me do this is almost like watching paint dry. Oh, Road King, you killed me. Alright, I'll turn you on when it's done. Alright, yeah, we're just about halfway done, and it is tedious there. I think I've been doing this for about an hour. I'm sorry to keep you guys waiting, but you know, it's just slow going. So I'm going to keep going, and I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Alright, I brought you outside here, and I'm happy with the results. You know, I mean, it does look like chrome. I mean, if you want to get up on it and look it over, you can see it. It isn't, but yeah, I'm happy with the results. And it's a good solution for somebody who wants to try and chrome something, but you know, doesn't want to pay the outrageous prices of having it fixed, you know, right, with the real chrome. So there you go. I'll give you guys something to try out, and like I say, I'm happy with it. Alright, what do you guys say? Enough of this? Alright, see you in the next one.